Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, Kakleya. Good afternoon.
Thank you for giving me your time, sir. I know you're so busy.
Anytime. I'm good for you. No problem.
Okay, thanks. So, congratulations on your new position, or how do
Thank
you call
you.
that? It's
It's the Inspector
Nate.
General of the Philippine Navy.
What does that mean? What are the new responsibilities po?
The Inspector General is responsible for the war readiness of the operational readiness of a unit. For this case, I am responsible to ensure that all units of the Philippine Navy are operationally ready.
So, is this because somebody retired, or how did
It's
that?
a yeah, it holds the rank of an O8 or a rear admiral or a equivalent to a major general. It's a personal staff of the Navy Chief of the Flag Officer in Command.
Okay.
So I'll be reporting to him directly.
Oh, wow. So, how did you get that position, sir? Paano po kayo napunta dyan? Is it because somebody
Uh,
retired or na ano? Like, how did that
yes.
position become vacant? That's not something
Uh,
new, right? Hindi yan
yeah,
bago na
the
position.
position was vacant. The former Inspector General passed away. The office
Oh,
has been vacant for quite some time, and I got selected by the Navy to replace him.
got you. So, congratulations po. Lalo nang it took me, I think, if you remember, I said it took me, I think, 3 months to get to get an appointment with
Really?
you. Ngayon
I I
with
didn't know it
with
was that long.
with concurrent Philippine Fleet Deputy Commander and Naval Inspector General, baka 6 months na bago mo kayo uli makausap.
Hindi naman.
Sige, naku, magpapalakas talaga ako kay Ma'am Librehan nito. Diyos ko. Okay. Tsaka yung timer ko, sabi, very stern warning talaga. Sabi niya, oh, you should not go beyond this time limit. Oh, sige, naka-timer ako dito, sir, Commodore, Trinidad, ha?
Hindi
So,
naman. You have some questions? You want to raise issues? As
uh,
much as I could answer them, then I'll answer them.
so, as you know, yung traditional media will ask you questions and I think a lot of people, yung viewers namin kasi, these are people that don't really know a lot about ano ba yung ginagawa ng Coast Guard, ano ba yung ginagawa ng Navy, bakit iba-iba yun, bakit may Marines, bakit may different, bakit ba hindi na lang pinag-isa lahat yan, puro naman kayo nasa dagat, yung ganun ba? So, how do we differentiate what you guys do? Ano ba yung differences ng ginagawa po ninyo?
It will always stem first and foremost from the mandate of the organization. The Philippine Navy is responsible for the naval defense of the country. The Coast
Okay.
Guard is responsible for safety of life at sea and maritime law enforcement, plus environmental control.
Okay.
The Marines is a component of the Navy. It is the amphibious arm of the Philippine Navy. So we each have different mandates to perform. We complement each other.
Got you. So, basically po, yung Marines, they report to like they're part of the Navy, or are they
Uh,
separate din?
yeah. Could you say that again? Medyo mahina kasi maulan eh.
So, yung Marines, are they part of the Navy? Is that what you said? Or are they separate from the Navy? Yung
For a minute.
Marines.
Yung Marines, yeah. The Marines is part of the Navy. The
Okay,
Navy is
okay.
roughly 27,000 strong. Of these, around 9 to 10,000 will be the Philippine Marine Corps.
Gotcha. So, let's go straight to the let's go straight to the main question that I think everybody wants to know. Yun ang palaging balita ng mga pahayagan ng TV news, no? Yung mga ginagawa ng mga barko ng China, it seems like, or maybe it's ngayon na lang natin naririnig na parang may differences in the way China is treating our fishermen and yung mga resupply boats na nagpupunta sa BRP Sierra Madre. Meron nga bang, have you noticed na parang nag-escalate yung kanilang, the way they treat yung mga Pilipino between yung nagpalit po yung administration?
Yes, we have to go back to be able to understand what is happening today. We have to go back maybe 30, 35 years. This all
Okay.
began in the early 90s after the pullout of the US bases. In 1992, because of the power vacuum in the South China Sea, we started noticing Chinese markers in our reefs, shoal, shallow areas, and the West Philippine Sea, all within our exclusive economic zone. Then we saw an increase in the patrols of the Chinese PLA Navy. In 93, 94, 95, they prevented the Philippine Navy from entering Mischief Reef. They started constructing wooden structures and said that these are fishermen shelters and for use of maritime research. Then these wooden structures, they replaced them with concrete structures in the late 90s, early 2000, all the while increasing their presence through regular patrols. In 2011, 2012, they started reclaiming Mischief Reef and the other shallow areas, Johnson Reef, Subi Reef. After reclaiming, they built structures, airstrips, ports, and now we have bases for military aircraft and naval warships. So they have now militarized the area
Mhm.
and they are trying to establish control by keeping us out of their features in the West Philippine Sea. That's the background of the issue. Recently, they pronounced that they will be arresting Filipino fishermen, meaning that they will start implementing the Coast Guard law, which was passed in 2021 and came into effect 01 February of that year. This is where all the rough edges are coming in.
So, para kasing sinasabi ng, it might be just coming from certain quarters, pero may nagsasabi din na dati-rati naman yung mga incheck, hindi naman tayo inaapi ng mga incheck. Ngayon lang naman yan na binobomba yung water cannons. They're just doing that now, but dati-rati po ba ganyan kalala, or hindi lang natuunan ng pansin ngayon lang siguro? Kasi I think it's because social media is now really focusing on it. Ganun po ba? Is it because there's just a lot of focus on it?
Hindi naman. Chinese actions have increased
Okay.
in recent years, recent months, compared
Okay.
to 35, 25, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Hindi pa naman ganito kaseryoso. It
Okay.
was only starting in 2012 when they started keeping us out of Scarborough Shoal. But the actual water cannon incidents and the other illegal, unprovoked, uncalled for, unprofessional actions
Mhm.
against the Philippine Coast Guard and the Philippine fisher folks
Uh-uh.
only began recently.
When you say recently po, ano yung recently? Like
I would say the past 5 to 8 years, maybe.
5 to 8 years. Um, does that scare our Navy na Yung bang, is there a threat to life na pag nagpapatrolya na baka ito ay that it's going to lead to death, yung parang ganun na baka maging agresibo talaga sila.
Hindi naman. First and foremost, we have to understand Chinese thought.
Mm.
Chinese thought is the acme of skill is subduing the enemy without fighting. So all their actions will remain below the threshold of conflict, meaning they will not fire the first shot, meaning they will show they are strong in order to be able to destroy your will to fight. They will do actions to force you to make the first move to fire the first shot. So if we understand that, then we have to be very careful that all our actions will be above board, will be within international law, within domestic law. And it is also to our interest to keep everything below the threshold of conflict.
Is this related po? You think it's because ayaw din nila na ma-activate yung yung MDT natin? Do you think that's
Yes,
what it is?
that's one of the reasons. But more importantly, is because Chinese thought is winning without fighting, without saying that they will not build up their military. They have been building up their military. They
Mm-hmm.
are the world's largest navy in
Mm-hmm.
terms of numbers of ships. So they will show you that it is useless to fight them back. They will
Mm-hmm.
show you that you might as well accept that you are not you're not at much at level with them
Mm-hmm.
and destroy your will to fight.
So, yung yung sinasabi nila na by June 15, huhulihin na daw nila yung mga trespassers. Eh, siguro yung mga Navy, of course, they've gone through training and all that, pero yung mga fisher folk, baka may mga pag-aalinlangan na yan, na baka ayaw ng mangisda, or, I mean, I'm sure meron din diyang mga matatapang, na I don't know if you saw that video on YouTube, yung may isang mangingisda na nagpahabol talaga siya sa mga incheck, no? But, I mean, do you think that they will actually do it? Or, and if they will, do you think mga Pilipino ang target nila o talagang lahat ng lahi ay huhulihin nila o tayo lang ang tinatarget nitong mga taong to?
Hindi lang naman tayo. China also has overlapping claims with other claimant countries. There are seven claimant countries, to include the Philippines
Mm,
and China. So the same actions that China is doing to the Philippines, China also does to Vietnam. China
mhm,
does to Malaysia. China does to Indonesia. So we are not being singled out. It just so happened that our geography has put us here, and we are at
mhm,
the front line of their
mhm,
expansionist ambitions.
mhm.
Hence, our stand would now be reflective of, would now seem to represent the stand of the entire South China Sea, of the other claimant countries.
So, somebody I can't recall who it was, but there was somebody na I'm sure it was a politician that said na and I can't recall who it was, but parang sinasabi niya na kinokosyon na daw yung mga Philippine officials na uy, yung mga ibang countries ayaw na daw sa Pilipinas kasi masyado daw tayong agresibo, when in fact we are just being, hindi, if I'm interpreting what you're saying correctly, tayo lang ay we're just standing firm, hindi naman tayo nagiging agresibo, like we're just being firm in our stance. Pero totoo ba na yung ibang countries are n- not happy with the way the Philippines is handling the situation? Have you heard na may mga ibang countries that are complaining about how the Philippines is handling the China in and the West Philippine Sea conflict or yung mga issues.
I haven't heard of any countries that has been complaining, but we have seen, on the other hand, statements of support. I think for the last water cannon incidents, 26 or 27 countries expressed their support for the
Mhm.
Philippines and for a rules-based international order. Now we have to understand that we are not claiming anything that is not ours. We have not reclaimed any shallow feature and demanded maritime entitlements. All that the Philippines is doing is securing and protecting what is legitimately ours. Hence, it should not be viewed as we are stirring up trouble. The option is when you are pushed against the wall, you have no other option. So we are merely exercising our mandate. The AFP and the Philippine Navy is merely performing its mandate of securing the territory of the country, protecting our sovereignty, and looking after the welfare of the Filipino.
Awesome. Ang gandang pagkakasabi nun ah. Pa,
And
ikakat ko po yun, tapos i-replay ko yun. Gagawin ko yung shorts.
naka-record naman eh, pwede mong gawin.
Oo, oo nga. Basta Bisaya, galing talaga ng Bisaya, Commodore Trinidad. Oh.
Siyempre, Bisaya kita.
Oo, sabi ko sa iyo. Tapos is there any kind of reassurance na you can give our kababayan, yung mga mangingisda po, na yung siguro if they're apprehensive dun sa, June 15, manghuhuli na ang mga inchik dyan. What is the Philippine Navy able to do na para ma-reassure naman sila na, hindi namin kayo pababayaan dyan.
Yeah, the Philippine Navy, I have mentioned this in the press con this morning, that the Philippine Navy has increased our patrols, our presence, not only in Bajo de Masinloc, but to include the entire expanse of our features in the West Philippine Sea, the northern islands, and to include our eastern seaboard, Benham Rice. So sa ating mga kababayan, mga nangingisda, ang inyong Philippine Navy at ang gobyerno ay sumusuporta sa inyo as much as possible. Hanggat kaya namin ay naandyan kami. Our statements that have questioned China's pronouncements, our increased patrols, the coordination between the Coast Guard, the Fisheries Bureau, and the Philippine Navy are testaments that we are here to ensure that the Filipino fisherman is protected.
Just recently po, and I don't know if if this has changed, di ba meron din pong may mga Vietnamese fishing vessels din na parang dumami din, di ba? Dun sa ating EEZ. Eh,
Yes, if you are referring to the fishermen, yes. Baho de Masinloc is a traditional fishing ground not only of the Philippines, China, Vietnam, Taiwan, some from Malaysia, a few from Indonesia. These other countries have friendly relations with us. These other countries, pag napapang-abot sila sa ating fisher folks o yung ating Coast Guard or Navy, ay maganda yung ating relasyon. Pag challenge natin at sumasagot naman sila naman ay umaalis pag pinapaalis natin. It is totally the other way around with China.
So this is not a cause for concern. Kasi dun kasi, alam nyo, pag kami po ay nagbabasa ng newspaper, yung headline, for example, if it's not enough cause for concern na may Chinese na problema, eto na naman, may Vietnamese fishing vessels. Di syempre kami, nagbabasa kami ng ganun, naku, ang Vietnamese na naman. So actually, hindi po yun problema.
Yeah, hindi problema ang mga ibang bansa na mga nangingisda.
Okay, okay, that's good to know. Ngayon, anong yung to ano mag-move on po tayo sa ibang naman, something, hopefully this is something not as stressful as yung mga kaguluhan dyan sa WPS. Yung pong recently concluded na balikatan po, was that something that was ilang years na po bang hindi nagbalikatan, and were there any highlights na that you can remember from it na gusto nyo pong ipamahagi sa ating mga kababayan?
Yes, I think this is the 39th or 49th iteration. I'll check the numbers. Iteration of Balikatan. Balikatan is an annual exercise between the Philippines and the US. It is an expression of, it is an operationalization of what is written in the Mutual Defense Board and the Security Engagement Board. Mean to say, this is an expression of the intent of both countries. In recent years, I would say maybe past 3 or 5 years, we made it not only a bilateral but a multilateral activity. So we have seen the participation of other countries, and the emphasis also has shifted from being land-centric, now looking at the maritime domain. So for the recently concluded Balikatan, a lot of the activities were in the coastal and littoral areas.
So in the past po, like if I'm not mistaken, hindi ba po merong years na hindi po nagkaroon ng balikatan?
Yes, I think this was in maybe early 2000. I have to check the records for that. But it has been a almost permanent fixture in our security environment, in the security landscape. The AFP always looks forward to the conduct of BK or Balikatan.
Pero was this the first time na merong more on sea exercises?
Yes,
Wow.
it
Okay.
is a great escalation, it's a great improvement in terms of the number of participants, both of the US side, the Philippine side. It is a great improvement in the capabilities that we have right now to practice with, to train with. I would say that the future for our exercises looks very bright, and the AFP will learn a lot from this. So will the US military also learn from the armed forces of the Philippines.
Saka, di ba, how many countries were you supposed to have? Di ba, merong, ilang countries po ba yun? 14?
There were 14 observer countries invited. One was uninvited but participated and tried to shadow or to follow the activity at sea. That's China.
Next year,
But
imbitahin nyo na lang.
actual participants were from the US, from France, I think from Australia and the Philippines.
Grabe, no? Like, so, it seems like, uh, if you say China has really built up its navy, yung armed forces nila talagang ginastusan nila, they're trying to dominate the world in terms of the economy, although the economists are saying hindi naman, they're not doing so well on that right now. Pero yung armed forces nila talagang binibuild up nila. Although, merong dating ano siya, dati siyang general ng US na nagsabi, at this point, hindi pa daw kayang talunin ng China ang US because of their technical skills or whatever. Sa tingin niyo po, eh, sinabi nyo na, like, China doesn't really want to go into conflict right now. Ang dami din kasing mga warmongers, and I know you've discussed that in your previous, in your previous press conferences, na wag sana tayong magpapadala dito sa mga warmongers, ano?
Yes, yes.
Do you
Uh,
still feel the
again,
same way na there's no imminent threat of war naman, di ba?
Calcleano, the thrust of nations in conducting war today is that we see now less force on force actions, but we see a lot of shaping operations. We see a lot of non-military actions. We see a lot of actions across the instruments of national power. All of these are to attain military objectives. Meaning to say, I call it cognitive warfare. Others call it political warfare or unrestricted warfare. But the objectives are the same. These are all to attain military objectives. Cognitive warfare is the shaping of public perception, which again is very Chinese.
Mm.
There may not be a need for actual engagement if you could already destroy the will to fight of the people. That's why if we see what's happened in the Philippine landscape, a lot of false narratives are being given out
Mhm.
para tayo mag-away-away. Tayo magbabanggaan sa kwento. At
Mhm.
hindi natin mapapansin ang ginagawa ng China sa West Philippine
Mhm.
Sea.
That's true. That's true. Sana ano, we can help yung mga ano sana, 'di ba? Hindi na tayo magpapadala sa mga kwento-kwento na 'yan. So alam ko with this administration, they're trying their best to support you, yung Senate, yung Congress, they're trying to increase the budget for the military. Ano yung top three na nasa wish list kaya ng Philippine Navy?
Alam mo, Kaklaya, no, I would like to answer it this way. The Navy is developing its capabilities to be able to allow us to secure and to protect all the way up to the exclusive economic zone and even beyond. This will include a multi-pronged approach na hindi ko pwede masabi na ito muna, then ito, the first, the second, the third priority. This will have to be spread out in a good number of years. And it would cover the strategic, the operational, and the tactical capabilities that we need to develop. It is not starting from scratch sapagkat yung iba niyan ay nandirito na. It is merely saying that to be able to perform in such at such a level that we could secure and protect all the way up to the EEZ, we need to develop different capabilities for the Philippine Navy.
Pero sa tingin niyo po, in terms of courage, intelligence, number one naman siguro ang Pilipino, di ba?
Yes, alam nyo, we are one of the most, if not the most hospitable people around the world. So mabait tayo. We open up ourselves, our homes. We receive guests very warmly. But
Mhm.
at the same time, this should not cloud the minds of any potential adversary. Ang Pilipino ay napakabait lang. Our history is full of Filipino warriors, Filipino leaders who
Mhm.
fought against foreigners na
Totoo.
lumaban sa mga dayuhan. So the Filipino is very hospitable, but the Filipino is also a very fierce fighter.
I like that. I like that. Talagang ano, kahit kulang man tayo sa kagamitan, ano, 'di ba? Which is, when you ask me, anong ginagawa mo diyan? Kahit ang Pilipino, kahit saan mo ilagay, you know, things that we don't have in the Philippines, you learn things kasi we have the intelligence to adapt anywhere. Yung gamit na bibili yan. Pero yung talino tsaka yung ano mo, talagang nasa Pilipino na yan eh. So,
Yes, totoo yan.
'di ba? Oh, kita mo na lang sa Commodore Trinidad. The embodiment of ano yan eh. 'Di ba? Oh, so I think I know palapit na yung ending kasi yung timer ko is I have 5 minutes left. I'll end with this question po. What can you tell us that, what can the Filipino people do to support the Philippine Navy, the Armed Forces of the Philippines in protecting the West Philippine Sea? Or like, kahit hindi lang sa West Philippine Sea, how can we support you guys?
Okay, let me
Nasa
answer it this way.
Pilipinas o nasa labas ng bansa?
Let me put it this way. Una sa lahat, we need to support each other. Hindi po ito laban ng Philippine Navy o ng Armed Forces. Ito po ay laban ng bawat Pilipino. And it will always begin with awareness. We have to understand. Ano yung ating kalagayan, ano yung ating bansa, hanggang saan yung ating sovereignty and sovereign rights, ano ang mga entitlements natin, hindi lamang sa lupa, kundi sa karagatan. And by understanding this, malalaman natin na atin pa dapat ang mga ito.
Mhm.
Secondly, we have to understand what is the external environment, the threat environment. May mga ibang bansa, may mga dayuhan na nais kunin ito sa atin. So, importante pag naintindihan natin yan at may mga nais kumuha nito, dapat ipaglaban natin ang sa atin. Hindi naman to iba eh. Hindi wala man tayong na-reclaim na loop na artificial island at nagsabi na atin ito. Wala tayong inaangkin na ibang lupain. Ito ay pinaglalaban lamang natin ang para sa atin. Actually, hindi nga sa atin eh. But for the future generation of Filipinos. Kaya kailangan bawat isa makaintindi nito. It has been called an existential threat. Ibig sabihin, our very existence as a nation, as a country, is now put on the line. And I would like to borrow from our pambansang awit, yung phrase na lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting. Sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil. Pag maintindihan ito ng bawat Pilipino, matatapos yung mga kwentuhan, mga debate, mga awayan natin. At magkakaisa tayo para kung sino man ang nais lumupig sa atin, ay magkakaisa tayo.
Ang ganda nun. Sana wag kalimutan kung sino yung totoong kaaway. Hindi tayo ang magkakaaway, di ba po? Commodore Trinidad.
Importante yan. Importante yan.
Oo.
And I would like to say that to give credit to this administration of finally saying that the internal security problem is almost done. We have achieved a lot in the past
Mhm.
few years. And it
Mhm.
is now time to look at a bigger requirement of defense and security, which is external or maritime in nature.
Totoo. And you feel like you're getting that support from this administration.
Yes, hindi lamang support from the Filipino people, but I would like to say, ito ay mandato natin to support the Filipino. Kami po ang susuporta po sa taong bayan.
Ako. Thank you so much, Commodore Trinidad, for giving me your time. I know how busy you are. Pero hinintay ko talaga ng 3 months. Wag po 6 months, for the next time. Wag naman
Okay,
po.
next time,
Ha?
1 month lang.
Oo. Sabihin ko kay Ma'am Nebreha, ako, papalakas talaga ako nun.
Bisaya po yun. So, pwede mo siyang kausapin.
Oo, di ba?